I'm so happy right now. It's just one of those days where everything's working out really well. I made myself amazing food. I had a big bowl of shredded cabbage, and I added raw spinach, and I put in an avocado sliced up and a bunch of chopped red onion, and I added Brianna's like poppy seed dressing, and it is so good, you guys. Oh my god, you have no idea. And I just demolished that. And before that, I had rice pudding that I made from scratch on the stovetop, and yeah, just made rice in soy milk. So I used like an entire half gallon of soy milk and then added the rice and just did that for 20 minutes and added like clove and cinnamon and pumpkin spices and vanilla, and so good. So I'm just really pampering myself. I actually had my wisdom teeth out, and yeah, that was a big hassle. That was last Monday, and I just bit the bullet and went to the dentist. They had been hurting for a while, and it was a lot of work that they did, and I was out of commission for a while, but now I feel super great. I got my stitches out back to normal, and I feel like I'm never gonna have to deal with that. So it's great to get it out of the way. It makes me want to like remove my tonsil and my appendix so I never have an emergency at a later date. But I'm at work, back at work again. Started school up, and I love my classes. I'm really happy, and I just feel like I'm getting everything done. I'm staying so organized. The minute that I get an assignment or I know that there's going to be an exam or a midterm, I write it in my calendar, and the value of writing stuff down and being hyper organized is just immeasurable, and I can't hype it enough. Like, just staying really organized. Like, I do that with street sweeping. If my friends have birthdays coming up, I always write it in my calendar. I write down any odd jobs. I write down how much money I made. I make sure I get the check deposited in the bank as soon as possible. And this is what's helping me to just get the farm as soon as I can, because staying organized like this, I don't ever miss work or forget about something like a deadline, or not pay my credit card bill on time, stuff like that. I always make sure that I know when everything is going on, and it gets my mind clear to just have stuff written down. It frees up space in my mind, so I'm not laying awake at night, categorizing things and trying to remember what I have to do in the morning. You write lists of stuff, and you keep a good calendar, and that's basically how I function. And you guys have no idea how busy I am. I have no idea just how busy I've become. I took on too much, but I'm managing. So I have work Monday through Friday, of course, normal schedule. And then at night I have class. And if I don't have class, I have work. So I took on a new recurring job where I'm babysitting a baby named Charlie, and he's very sweet and cute. And his parents go out for a date night, and I hang out at their house. So I literally don't have a day free in the week. I have every day taken up by obligations. Sometimes on the weekend, I have like a 4-hour chunk where I can do errands and go get groceries or like hang out with the cat or watch a movie. But for the most part, I am working nonstop, and it feels really good. I leave the house in the morning really early, and I get back really late at like 10 or 11 most of the time. And I just need to make sure that I'm eating well, taking care of myself with lots of produce, and taking green smoothies and giving myself pamper time while the baby is at nap at work. I'm going to do an apple cider vinegar green clay mask, or I'm going to sit and watch TV on the couch. I'm going to play chess. I'm going to answer emails. I'm going to take advantage of that time and really just appreciate how awesome this job is that I get downtime like that. So that's pretty much it. It's just, busy, busy, busy. Still working on the page, obviously. I think we're at 26,700 people, so 26,700. It's pretty good. And I love you guys. I love the channel. I have been looking at land a lot more lately. It hurts my heart. It physically hurts me. I want to cry sometimes when I look at land online, and I think, look, it's $58,000 and it's 6 acres, and it's where, you'd like to be, and the average low is only 34 degrees and it doesn't snow, and this is a great place, but you can't afford it yet. And, you're working towards it, and you're saving a lot. I think I put in 80 to 90% of my paycheck into the bank straight away, and I'm focused, chugging along, but it's going to take longer, and it's a lot of hard work. And I know that having the farm is going to be tremendously, exponentially more work than this, but I'm worried that I'm burning out, you know, like an exhaustible resource of my energy. I'm just expending it in my 20s, saving and working for what I want. And by the time I get it, I'm scared that I'm going to be exhausted and just emotionally depleted. For that reason, just trying to keep happy and keep my spirits up, eat lots of delicious food, take care of myself, be around friends if I have the time for it, and try to stay optimistic. I'm thinking about Kickstarter still for a little bit of help for the farm, and I'm thinking about small business loans, and I'm thinking about grants for young farmers or, you know, specific parts of the country where the economy is kind of downfallen and they want people to come in. They're willing to give you land some places, but as far as I know, they usually give you like an acre or two, so I should research that more. I want to be in a beautiful place where it doesn't get that cold, it's not going to kill all my plants, and I'm just going to start as soon as I can. I'm so excited. I'd like to do it at the end of the year if I could, and maybe 2014 will be the year. That would make me so happy. I want to start this farm and start adopting animals. I saw on Facebook yesterday that there are these cows in way northern California where it's drought, and there's no more grass for them. So this creek just dried up and the hillside has become totally barren, and it's the middle of winter. It should be lush for them, and instead it's just, you know, clay and brown, and the cows have nothing to eat, and the farmers are not taking care of them. So they're starving to death. They're literally starving for months on end now. Like, some of them haven't eaten in 2 months, and they're just dying, like laying down and dying because they can't even have the strength to stand up and walk. Like, it's so criminal. I can't imagine. Like, it's bad enough that they're taking these livestock and they're going to be killing them for needless meat consumption. It's grossing me out. But they're taking like charge of these animals for profit and using them like a freaking like disposable, you know, wet wipe, and instead of actually at least taking care of them and having a nice decent life before they're being murdered, they're suffering, and it's terrible. I don't know. So in my head I'm thinking, when you get your farm, this is the kind of animal that you're going to adopt, is a cow that is being criminally starved to death out in the middle of nowhere. And when rescue groups come in, like the Turlock hens that got abandoned, like 30,000 hens in a giant warehouse, and the company shut down, and they didn't fucking tell anyone, they just left. So these guys abandoned all these chickens in cages, and most of them starved to death, and they were able to save, I think, 6,000 of them, but they need homes. Where are they going to go? There aren't 6,000 people, you know, clamoring to go get some diseased, sickly hens and nurse them back to life. So this is what I hope to do. I hope to aid Farm Sanctuary and all the other places, Woodstock. I hope to be an ally and take in animals just like they are taking in animals, unwanted, abused, neglected, abandoned animals, and give them a loving home and help them to trust people again, and just more importantly to love life and not be scared. So that is the goal. Working towards an organic farm, non-GMO, heirloom, sustainable practices, earth-friendly, natural building techniques, teaching farm where people can come and learn about gardening and everything that they want to know about farming. And we are going to be an animal-friendly, people-friendly eco-paradise, and there can be raw food retreats, and we're going to have camping, and we're going to have a bed and breakfast, and we're going to have, you know, natural building classes. Everything that you want to learn, we're going to teach it. It's going to be amazing. If you are working on a novel and you need a place to just hang out for 3 months while you finish what you're doing, you come and you stay with us and you work, you know, a few days a week, and then you just have your free time, and we take care of your food, and we have all these communal lunches and dinners, and it's going to be amazing, and that's what I want out of life. So I love you guys so much. I'm picking cabbage out of my teeth. I want more of that salad. It's incredible how good produce is, just regular, raw, delicious foods. Some people never eat like that, and they don't crave the taste, and they don't like it, and they think a salad is rabbit food and it's gross, and, you know, I'm above this on the food chain. It's delicious, and it's so good for your body. It makes you feel energized and clean and happy, and eating vegan and eating raw vegan, eating lots of fruits and vegetables, that's the best way to stay healthy, and it's the best way to feel your best. So I recommend it. If you want to check out 80-10-10 diet, if you want to grow your own garden food, that's even better. Local, organic, non-GMO, all these things. Take care of yourself. You know, you only have one body, you only have one life, so you want to put in the effort and you want to feel good about what you're doing with your life, right? And that's my recommendations. I kept it pretty short, only 10 minutes.